All right, good morning. It is actually day 23, but I am doing my recap video for yesterday. That would be day 22, which was Monday, first day of the week. And yesterday got so busy that by the time I was done with the day, it was getting late at night. So I decided to go ahead and drop a quick update for yesterday, the 22nd, and do it today. And of course, I'll be back later for day 23. So day 22, which was Monday, beginning of the week, it was the start of week 4. It was a quad, abs, and calves kind of day. And I saw this day coming, and I was looking at the Facebook group. I saw this day coming, and a lot of people were talking about it, saying that it was a really difficult day. It was a really strong leg day. People were stumbling over themselves, as typical leg day. And I will say that it was very tough. It was a lot of exercises. It was a lot of volume for legs. And I think what made this one really different was that it was done unilaterally, right? So each leg, each side, each whatever really got its own due. So instead of doing a leg extension with 2 legs, it was a leg extension with 1 leg, and then very little rest in between the reps and the sets. So as soon as you did 1 leg on the right, you did the left leg, then you go right back to the right leg, and then back to the left leg, until you finished the workout for that body part, or I guess the exercise. You just kind of went all the way until the end. So yes, very challenging day 22. I was sweating. Again, it didn't require a great deal of weight wise. I mean, it was pretty, there was weight there. Of course, because it was sort of the middle of the day, it was around 6 o'clock or so, 6:15, 6 or 7. I find that the gym definitely gets full. Sometimes you're having to be creative about what machines or exercises you can do at certain times. So in a couple of times, I had to change the machine to get it in. I also found that the leg press, I guess it's not the leg press, it's the what is it, with the sled. That one was a tough one because everybody was on it. And when I finally got a chance to get on it, I couldn't do but body weight. So trying to do drop sets with body weight was very tough. And so what I ended up doing was going to another machine that had a very similar design and layout. So I was able to do it and then adjust the weights accordingly. So I had the challenge and able to get my reps in for the exercise. And I think that really worked out for me. Again, even though we weren't doing all the same exercises that we did a few weeks ago, but I guess it was the Bulgarian split or Bulgarian squat. We didn't do that this time. One of the exercises that was very similar, though, was the Smith machine single leg lunge, which was very tough. I didn't even need the Smith machine or weights. My body weight was killing me, where essentially, I was doing sometimes 6 or 7 before my legs were giving out with exhaustion and burning. But overall, it was a really good workout, very tough workout. I am expecting to be sore tomorrow. Um, I know that when I got on the Stairmaster to finish the cardio for the day, my legs were so tired that I just couldn't do it. I ended up having to go to the treadmill because they were just too exhausted. There was no way I was going to keep up with it. So I ended up going there and getting it done. So what else? The thing I do want to point out one thing, and that is I have found that doing my cardio on the Stairmaster or the stair stepper really gets me dripping wet with sweat. My forehead, my neck, my back, my arms, my hands, it seems like everything is completely sweating, you know. And I remember it was probably about 20 minutes in and I kept saying, I don't think I have enough energy to finish this. So I really got a good workout in the morning doing the Stairmaster. And then I found that when I kept my heart rate in the fat burning zone, which is something that I was really made aware of, I think, over the last week or so, you know, keeping it at about 70%, you know, finding out what my fat burning zone is, and then doing everything in my power to stay in that zone really has been working me in a way that I don't think I had been working myself in the weeks prior. So I'm glad that I got it. Unfortunately, I may have been shortcutting myself potentially with some of, 2.5, 3 weeks in of not doing cardio at the intensity that would require my heart rate to be where it should be. However, since I became aware of that number and really focused on making sure that my cardio is at that level, I can see some really dramatic changes just in the few days since I've been practicing it. First of all, getting back in the gym, doing cardio on machines versus just doing it at home or just walking around the neighborhood really helped increase the intensity, and then being able to monitor just how much effort I was putting in. So just in the last couple of days, looking in the mirror and doing the cardio that way, I have seen a significant change in just my stomach area, which is something I really wanted to see. I'm definitely sweating more, definitely out of breath for sure. But I do feel as though the exercise at that level of intensity is making a difference. So it was during week 3 that I became aware of it. If I were to do it again, that would definitely be one of the things that I would have started earlier had I known it. And I think that I could potentially have seen even greater gains than what I'm currently seeing. Although I'm not disappointed entirely because I'm still seeing gains. But I think at this point, being able to see the level of gains I'm seeing, or just in a few days, I think I'm pretty excited and hopeful and expectant of what's to come. The last thing I do want to bring up, which really, because it's getting hot outside, it was the one place I could go that was kind of quiet, is sleep. I really have to bring attention to the idea of sleep. Sleep is so important. Not that I didn't know it, but again, I was reminded of it yesterday. I was so exhausted yesterday, where just trying to function at work, and I think I got about five hours of sleep, maybe 5 hours and 10 minutes of sleep. It just was not enough. You know, this last night I slept about 6.5 hours, close to 6.5, with a little bit of coffee this morning. And I mean, I got plenty of energy. I got a lot of, my brain is, functioning definitely more clearly. And so I just say all that to say is that sleep is such an important thing that you got to make sure you're getting it in. And if for nobody else, it's for me, as a reminder that you got to make sure you're making time for sleep. You know, you got to, once you get home, get into bed, get those hours of sleep in so you can function at your best the next day. And the other advice that I would give myself, or really give to anyone really, is to follow essentially the same schedule on the weekends that you do on the weekdays. I know a lot of times Friday comes around, Saturday comes around, you know, I want to stay up later, maybe relax a little bit more, take some time to get up a little slower on the weekends. The problem is it takes and puts everything out of really out of my schedule. I mean, everything is moved. My meals tend to be later, which makes it a little bit harder to stay on track because I'm having to sort of say, oh, I need to catch up. Oh, I need to cook. Oh, I need to do this and that and the other. And so I would just advise, as I go into this next week, focus on keeping the sleep schedule about the same, going to bed around the same time, doing cardio around the same time, you know, eating my meals around the same time. And even though I know it's a weekend, I just find that having that consistency is going to make it easier when I come back on Monday to be in the groove and not trying to get back in the groove. So overall, day 22, great day, tough day, lessons learned, sleep, tough day in the gym, but it was worth it, and we persevered. So I'm gonna go inside before I burn up out here. I'm starting to sweat like crazy just trying to do this video, but I wanted to check in with you. I wanted to make sure that I held myself accountable to doing these videos each and every single day. Thank you to those who are watching and who are getting some value out of these, for commenting. I really appreciate that. But new day, day 23 starts today, and I will be back later with a new video for day 23. But for now, day 22 is over. Until next time.